I found your perfume hidden in the collar of my jacket. A trace of you the world forgot to take away. Street lights blurring amber light. I pull my jacket closer now, and suddenly you're here somehow. A scent of jasmine and vanilla, soft like midnight conversations. It wraps around my restless heart, awakening old sensations. I thought I packed away the memories, folded neatly out of sight. But love has a way of lingering in the smallest parts of life. One breath and I'm back beside you, hearing laughter in the dark, finding pieces of forever inside what should have fallen apart. Your perfume in my jacket still dances through the fabric, like a ghost that never learned how to leave me alone. Your perfume in my jacket turns silence into magic. One simple breath and suddenly I'm finding my way back home. Coffee shops and rainy sidewalks, Sunday mornings in your arms. The little moments we once lived still echo through this sand. I remember how you steal my clothes, laughing while you rolled your eyes, saying they smell better on you than they ever did on me. Now the city's moving forward, new lovers passing by, but part of me still pauses whenever your memory arrives. Maybe healing isn't losing everything we used to know. Maybe it's learning how to smile at the traces people leave behind. Your perfume in my jacket still lingers like a habit, the sweetness and the ache woven into every thread. Your perfume in my jacket keeps my lonely heart romantic, reminding me that love once lived in all the words we never said. If I could keep one piece of you, I'd choose this quiet souvenir. Not the photographs or letters, but the way you made ordinary things feel extraordinary. I don't need to hold you now to know what we once had was real, because some loves fade from sight, you never leave the soul. Your perfume in my jacket, a memory I never asked for, yet somehow I'm grateful for every breath it brings. Your perfume in my jacket, soft as unfinished promises. Even after all this time, you still move through me like a song. The night slowly gives way to morning. I hang my jacket by the door, close my eyes and smile, because for a moment it feels like you never left. disappears outside, leaving only us tonight. Fingers tracing constellations in the cross-forgotten skin. Every glance feels dangerous, every touch pulls me back in. The record spins in slow motion, our reflections blur in candlelight. We don't need to say a word, the silence already knows. The clock stops counting hours when your heartbeat matches mine, and all the noise beyond these walls fades into the night. Velvet after midnight, soft as your hands on mine. We move like hidden fire, burning slow beneath the light. Velvet after midnight, where desire learns to breathe. Hold me like tomorrow doesn't exist beyond this dream. Champagne kisses linger sweet, while jazz and house collide beneath our feet. You smile like a beautiful mistake I'd gladly make again. The moonlight paints your shoulders silver, your perfume flows through the air. I've never known a loneliness that disappeared this way. Outside, the city keeps running, chasing another sleepless dawn. But inside, this fragile moment forever feels close enough. No need for borrowed promises, no need to name what this becomes. Some nights are meant to be remembered, not explained. Velvet after midnight, soft as your breath against my skin. We dance between temptation and the tenderness within. Velvet after midnight, where the world forgets our names. Stay here in the quiet, all the stars melt into flame. If love is only borrowed time, then let me spend it all tonight, wrapped inside this fleeting magic you and I created. No fear of endings, no fear of dawn, just two restless souls learning how to belong. Velvet after midnight, even when the morning comes, I remember how you held me, like I was the only one. Velvet after midnight, echoes dancing through my soul. Some nights fade into memory, and some become a part of who we are. when people forget. One ordinary night beneath a silver sky, it found two strangers who didn't know they were about to change each other's lives. I wasn't looking for forever, just another quiet place to breathe. A late night cafe near the river, a half-empty table and a fading dream. You arrived like soft September, wearing tired eyes and a gentle smile. We talked about cities we'd never seen and all the reasons we stayed awake too long. Outside, the midnight traffic shimmered, reflections dancing on the avenue. And somewhere between your laughter and the silence, the moon introduced me to you. We didn't make grand promises, we didn't speak about destiny, but some connections happen softly without asking for permission. That's where the moon found us, two lonely hearts in the dark, turned strangers into constellations, leaving fingerprints on each other's stars. Where the moon found us, time slowed down enough to breathe, and for a little while love felt simple and free. Hold my hand through the quiet before the night slips away. I'll remember where the moon found us. We danced beneath the city skyline to songs only we could hear, trading old heartbreak stories like secrets wrapped in trust. You showed me that healing doesn't always happen alone. Sometimes it arrives disguised as someone who understands your silence. I still remember your eyes, reflecting silver midnight light. The way they made the world feel softer, like maybe everything would be alright. Maybe fate isn't thunder, maybe it whispers instead, leading lost souls gently home through unexpected moments. That's where the moon found us, when neither heart was prepared, teaching us that love can bloom even after despair. Where the moon found us, hope returned without a sound, and suddenly the lonely roads didn't feel so endless now. If tomorrow takes us different ways, I'll still treasure what we knew, because not every love story needs forever to be true. Some people become a season, some become a lesson, some become a light you carry for the rest of your life. You became all three. That's where the moon found us, beneath the sky of silver blue, turning broken pieces into something beautiful, simply by leading me to you. Where the moon found us, how to turn that and softly say it started where the moon found us. The city slowly greets the dawn. The stars fade one by one, but the moon still lingers, as if reminding me that even lost hearts can find each other at exactly the right time. Don't say goodbye just yet. The night still has a few more secrets. My heart isn't ready to watch you disappear. Moonlight spills across your face, soft as the silence we embrace. The city glows beyond the glass, but time moves too fast tonight. Your fingers trace my restless skin, like memorizing where I've been. Every second feels too fragile, like something we can't keep. Maybe tomorrow changes everything. Maybe daylight steals this dream. But right now, all I need is you with me. Stay until sunrise. Hold me through the fading night. Let the stars forget to fall while we're dancing through it all. Stay until sunrise. Leave your heartbeat next to mine. If forever isn't ours to find, just stay until sunrise. The record's spinning, golden light. Our shadows moving side by side. Outside the rain begins to fade, but inside the world stands still. You whisper promises so low, the kind that only midnight knows. I close my eyes and breathe you in, afraid to let you go. We don't have to name this feeling. We don't have to understand. Sometimes love is just a moment, asking not to end too soon. Stay until sunrise. Kiss away these tired eyes. Turn the quiet into fire, and the fear into desire. Stay until sunrise. Don't let dawn steal you away. Even if it's just tonight, stay until sunrise. If morning comes and takes your hand, I'll still be grateful for this dance, for the way your laughter filled the room and taught my lonely heart to bloom. Maybe forever is overrated. Maybe love is measured differently, in stolen hours and whispered breaths beneath the mercy of the moon. Stay until sunrise, while the city comes alive. Let the first light find us close. begin their morning tune. You smile as daylight touches you, and for one perfect night, love stayed until sunrise. The music is almost over, the lights are getting low, but before you walk away, would you give me one last dance? Is filled with quiet strangers, glasses raised beneath the glow. Yet all I see is you beside me, like the world has learned to move in slow motion. Your fingertips still know the rhythm of every scar beneath my skin. And even now, with breaking hearts, we fit together perfectly. No more battles left to fight, just this melody between us, holding back the night. We're slow dancing through goodbye, with tears hidden in our eyes, turning heartbreak into grace as we sway through time and space. Goodbye. I remember summer laughter, coffee cups and Sunday light, the little dreams we built together, thinking they would survive. You smiled the way you always did, soft and beautiful and brave, teaching me that letting go can also be of love. The record spins beneath our footsteps, its crackling warmth fills the air, like it understands that endings deserve tenderness too. Maybe forever isn't measured by how long two people stay, but by how deeply they transform the hearts they leave behind. We're slow dancing through goodbye, while the stars watch from above, learning that even broken hearts can still be full of love. Slow dancing through goodbye, with your shadow next to mine. One final song before the dawn, one final chance to feel alive. If I could stop this record spinning, I'd freeze this fragile scene. Your head upon my shoulder, the silence soft between our breaths. But every song must find its ending, every night must mean maybe the bravest kind of love is knowing when to walk away. We're slow dancing through goodbye, with gratitude instead of blame, for every kiss, every mistake, every fire, every flame. Slow dancing through goodbye, though tomorrow changes everything. A part of me will always hear this melody we used to sing. Hold me once before the sunrise, before the music fades from view. We're slow dancing through goodbye, and I'll always remember you. The final note hangs in the silence. The lights begin to rise. You let go of my hand, and somehow the most beautiful dance of our lives was the last one. Was the last one. Under the fading glow, where the city learns to whisper, I saw your shadow slow down beside me one last time. We drove through empty avenues, windows down the midnight blue. You held the silence in your hands like something neither of us understood. Street signs blurred like memories, headlights painted silver dreams. You looked away but I could tell your heart was already leaving. And the radio kept playing songs we used to sing out loud. But tonight your voice was soft, almost disappearing in the crowd. Meet me under the last street light, rain started before we did, falling softly against the glass, filling the spaces between everything we couldn't say. You stood by the window, lost in thought, tracing patterns the raindrops drew. I searched your eyes for something familiar, but they drifted somewhere I couldn't follow. Outside the city wore its silver glow, headlights melting into the streets below. We were two hearts sharing the same room, yet miles apart in the silence. I had 1,000 words to give, but fear kept stealing my voice. And every second that passed between us felt heavier than the storm outside. There's rain between our words tonight, falling where the truth should lie. Every drop becomes a goodbye. We never learned how to say I reach for you through the quiet, through the echoes of what we hide. But love slips through our fingertips like rain between our words. Your coffee grew cold beside your hand while midnight settled on the floor. I wanted to ask if you still loved me, but I was afraid of the answer. The thunder rolled across the sky, and neither of us looked away, because sometimes the loudest heartbreak arrives without a sound. If honesty found us sooner, will we still be standing here? Or were we always destined to drown in unsaid things? There's rain between our words tonight, falling where the truth should lie. Every drop becomes a goodbye. We never learned how to say I reach for you through the quiet, through the echoes of what we hide. But love slips through our fingertips like rain between our words. Maybe some love stories aren't meant to end in flames. Maybe they fade like city lights, reflected in puddles after midnight. I still remember the warmth of your hands, the way you whispered my name, and how the rain kept falling long after you walked away. There's rain between our words tonight, washing tears from tired eyes. Every memory drifts downstream, carrying pieces of you and me. Though dawn will find another sky, part of me will always try to hold the love we couldn't say through rain between our words. Morning slowly breaks the dark. The storm begins to fade, but somewhere in the quiet aftermath, I still hear your voice hidden in the rain. Rearview mirrors shadows never lie. They only show what we've already left behind. But some shadows keep following us home. Streetlights paint the dashboard gold. Another midnight growing old. The city's breathing through the rain while I replay your name again. Your laughter lingers in the leather seats, echoes dancing underneath the beat. I keep my eyes upon the road, but memories never travel alone. Silhouettes in the rear view, still chasing after me and you, fading slowly through the neon glow, but never letting go. Silhouettes in the rear view, all the dreams we couldn't hold on to. I keep driving through the truth, that part of me still belongs to you. The radio plays familiar songs, the kind that prove some love lives on. Traffic drifts like ocean waves, while midnight hides the tears I save. I remember how you rest your head against the window, half asleep instead, talking about forever like it was something we could choose. The moonlight spills across the lane, and suddenly I feel your hand again. Even though I know by now some roads only lead away. Maybe healing isn't forgetting, maybe it's learning how to breathe while carrying pieces of yesterday through tomorrow's streets. Silhouettes in the rear view, still dancing through the avenues. Every red light, every passing sign brings your memory back to life. Silhouettes in the rear view, the love we lost still shines through. I keep driving through the blue, with part of me beside you. If I could pull over time, I'd stay inside that summer night where your smile lit up the city more brightly than the skyline. But dawn keeps calling out my name, teaching hearts to welcome change. Even beautiful endings still leave beautiful scars. Silhouettes in the rear view, they don't disappear like we want them to. They become the songs we play, the roads we choose, the words we never say. Silhouettes in the rear view, I'll carry every shade of you. And even when the night is through, I'll remember how we loved beneath the city lights. Morning slowly breaks the dark, the highway stretches toward the sun. I glance into the mirror one last time. Your silhouette is gone, but the love remains. breathing through the city heat. Some hearts know how to let go, but ours never learn how to sleep. We met beneath electric skies, with tired dreams behind our eyes. Two lonely souls pretending we were doing just fine. You laughed like nothing hurt before. I danced like I wasn't keeping score. But somewhere between the flashing lights, we found what we were searching for. Every red light, every passing car feels like a wish upon a falling star. And when the silence fills the air, I know you're still there. Neon hearts don't sleep tonight. They keep burning through the city lights, running circles through my mind, trying to outrun goodbye. Neon hearts don't know retreat. They keep dancing to a restless beat. Even when the world moves on, our neon hearts keep holding on. Taxi headlights cross the rain, washing colors down the lane. You pull me closer for a while, like love could soften all the pain. The DJ lets the record spin, and now the story starts again. Yeah, every melody reminds me how beautiful we've been. Maybe we're just midnight souls, stitched together, growing old, finding comfort in the glow that only we could know. Neon hearts don't sleep tonight. They keep burning through the city lights, running circles through my mind, trying to outrun goodbye. Neon hearts don't know retreat. They keep dancing to a restless beat. Even when the world moves on, our neon hearts keep holding on. If tomorrow steals your hand from mine, I'll still replay this night in perfect time. Every glance, every touch, every kiss, frozen in the rhythm we created. Maybe love isn't forever. Maybe forever is this moment, right here beneath the neon glow. Neon hearts don't sleep tonight. They keep shining through the darkest nights. Even if the dawn arrives, you'll still be my favorite light. Neon hearts don't fade away. They keep echoing through yesterday. Long after the music's gone, our neon hearts keep singing on. The city slowly greets the dawn. Streetlights flicker one by one, but somewhere in the endless night, our neon hearts still beat. I know I shouldn't call, but loneliness has a way of making hope sound reasonable. I drive beneath the city glow, past all the places we used to know. Traffic lights blink red and gold, while memories refuse to let go. I tell myself you're sleeping now, the time has changed us somehow. Yet my fingers trace your number, like a prayer I can't forget. I hear the ringing in the dark, counting every fragile heartbeat, holding on to fading echoes, afraid of what silence means. Rain paints diamonds on the glass, headlights blur as strangers pass. The radio hums a melody that sounds too much like our past. I remember your sleepy voice laughing softly through the line, talking about impossible dreams as if we still had endless time. Now the city's moving forward while I'm parked inside yesterday, searching for the version of us that never slipped away. Maybe love doesn't disappear, it just learns how to hide inside old voicemails and midnight roads where broken promises survive. Midnight calls, nobody answers, just the ghost inside my speakers. I keep hoping you'll say my name like nothing ever changed. Midnight calls, nobody answers, but I still leave pieces of my heart there in the space between goodbye and forever. I'm still waiting. If I could hear your voice once more, I'd tell you all the things I never said. How losing you taught me that love can linger long after it's gone. Maybe healing isn't forgetting, maybe it's learning to carry the weight and loving the memories without asking them to stay. Midnight calls, nobody answers, but the stars still hear my whispers. I send another piece of hope into the endless night. Midnight calls, nobody answers. Yeah, your absence still surrounds me, even if you never call me back. A part of me will always listen. silence, headlights on an empty road, and somehow your favorite station is still playing. You left the radio on that night, some old love song wrapped in city lights. Your coffee cup beside the sink, like you were coming back before sunrise. I still know every turn you take, the shortcuts through our old mistakes. The apartment feels too big now, filled with echoes I can't erase. I keep telling myself that people learn to move on, but every melody says your name, and every chorus proves me wrong. You left the radio on, and now I can't turn it off. Every lyric sounds like us, every heartbeat hits too close. I hear you laugh between the lines, your goodbye hiding in the rhyme. You disappeared, but somehow you're still here. You left the radio on. Rain taps softly on the glass while midnight trains continue past. I fold the sweater that you love, pretending memories don't last. The city dances without shame, new lovers calling out their names, but I'm still parked inside the moment when everything changed. Maybe healing isn't linear, maybe love leaves fingerprints hidden inside simple things we never noticed until they went missing. You left the radio on, and now I can't turn it off. Every lyric sounds like us, every heartbeat hits too close. I hear your voice between the chords, like you're standing at my door. You disappeared, but somehow you're still here. You left the radio on. If I had one more midnight, I'd ask you to stay a while, to dance barefoot in the kitchen and laugh until the morning light. Maybe we weren't meant forever, but forever changed because of you. And every station I discover still leads me back to the truth. You left the radio on, playing songs we've always known. Now the silence feels too loud when I'm listening alone. I'll carry every note we had, the beautiful, the good, the bad. Some loves never really disappear, they leave the radio on. The city slowly falls asleep, the last song fades into the dawn. I close my eyes and whisper, I still miss you. And somewhere in the quiet static, the radio plays on. The city never sleeps, but somehow it still remembers your name. Every neon light, every passing song brings me back to you. Saw your reflection in a crowded room, floating through the haze of midnight perfume. The DJ played our favorite tune, and suddenly the world moved slower. Everybody's laughing, glasses raised up high, but I'm still chasing echoes in your eyes, trying to convince my heart that missing you is just another phase. I tell myself I'm moving on, that time has done its part, but every beat beneath my feet keeps leading back to where you are. I'm dancing with your memory, holding on to what used to be, spinning through these city lights, pretending you're still here tonight. Your ghost moves perfectly with me in this endless melody. Everybody sees me smile, but I'm dancing with your memory. The smoke hangs low above the crowd. Someone whispers, but I tune it out, because your voice still finds me somehow, hidden in familiar sounds. I remember how you close your eyes, singing every word completely out of time. And for a moment I swear I feel your fingertips against mine. They say the night can heal the heart, wash away old scars, but every rhythm pulls me back to the place where we fell apart. I'm dancing with your memory, holding on to what used to be, spinning through these city lights, pretending you're still here tonight. Your ghost moves perfectly with me in this endless melody. Everybody sees me smile, but I'm dancing with your memory. Maybe love never really leaves, it just changes shape inside our dreams, turning into songs we can't forget and stories we don't regret. If I could have one final dance, I'd choose this moment once again, even if it breaks my heart when the music ends. I'm dancing with your memory, letting tears fall silently underneath these neon skies, where forever learned goodbye. Your shadow sways so close to me, like a beautiful tragedy. Everybody thinks I'm free, but I'm dancing with your memory. The lights come on, the crowd fades out. Another lonely morning finds me still moving to the rhythm of a love that never truly left. Different skies, different time zones, yet somehow every wave still carries me back to you. seas. I count the hours until your sunrise. You count the stars before my dawn. Two lonely hearts learning how to hold on. You're the lights across the ocean, guiding me through every storm. Even when the waves grow higher, you remind me where my home is. Lights across the ocean, shining through the deepest blue. No matter how far this world may pull us, my heart still sails to you. Airport gates and empty terminals, goodbyes wrapped in quiet smiles. We learn to love through departures, through delayed flights and restless nights. I still remember your last embrace, the tears you tried so hard to hide. You said we'll find our way again, and I believed every word. Different languages surround me, different streets beneath my feet, yet every unfamiliar skyline somehow speaks your name. Baby, love is measured by the distance left to cross, but by the courage to keep choosing each other through it all. Lights across the ocean, a constellation in the dark. When loneliness begins to whisper, you become my northern star. Lights across the ocean, burning softly in my soul. Across the tides and changing seasons, you're the rhythm that keeps me whole. If oceans had a memory, they would remember us. Two dreamers standing at the shoreline, promising forever beneath the moon. And even if the years keep moving and life rewrites our plans, I still search for your reflection where the sea meets the sky. You're the lights across the ocean, the hope I carry through the night. Every heartbeat, every prayer still echoes with your light. Lights across the ocean, no horizon feels too far, because love can cross the distance between who we are and where we are. Even if the tide keeps changing, even if the winds move on, you'll always be the light I follow across the ocean. Morning breaks on one side of the world, while midnight lingers on the other. I close my eyes and smile, because somewhere beneath the same stars, you're looking at the sky.